This is letter
J.
J. Good job. This is letter
F.
F. Good job.
I.
I. Good job. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Brain Cheesy. In case if it's your first time coming across my video, and this channel I create content on motherhood, lifestyle, hair, beauty, vlog, DIY videos, and also I added homeschooling recently because I have been homeschooling my kids right from 2 years back. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you how I homeschool my 1-year-old. I started homeschooling my daughter Ada, and I'll be sharing some of the mistakes when I was homeschooling my boy, and which I decided not to repeat the same thing during this time of my baby. Yeah. So and also the pattern, things that you should avoid if you want to start homeschooling your kids, or if you, even if that your kid is going to school, if you want to be helping that kids out, some of the things that you shouldn't do, and some of the things you should also try out. I think this is going to help that kids in understanding the lesson that you're about to teach her. So yeah, like I said, recently I started homeschooling, and I have done like 2 times now. I have done a lesson with her 2 times now, and thank God she's coping, she's learning. Yeah. So what are the mistakes I said I made during the time of my boy, which I wouldn't like to repeat now? You are growing up, as you are growing, or you are going out every day, you are learning a new thing. You are not expected to stick at one place. You should be learning and unlearning, and this goes hand to hand in whatever thing that you are doing. So this applies to how I am homeschooling them. During the time of my boy, when he was a baby, and at least from birth, from this time that I was staying with him alone at home, I will be putting a channel just to keep him calm. You see a channel, all these kids channel, you open it for the kids. Do you think of what that kid is learning? Are you intentional about that particular channel that you open for that kid? What is the actual thing that you want to have at the end of that kid learning that channel? Because during this earlier stage of these kids, you think they are not learning. They're learning, like they're learning. And that's why you see these white people, their kids. You see, they, as little as they are, they will be doing almighty things. The reason is that they started early, and their parents observe them and observe the kind of interaction, the activities that the kids are doing, thereby flowing them up, depending on what that kid is showing them. So this goes over here in Africa. We don't observe, majority of us, but I know some parents are now awake, they don't do the same again. And like I said, my boy at that time, I was putting a channel, like these 2 channels that I was putting for him, Teletubbies, and the second one is Peppa Pig. That's the most favorite cartoon that I was putting for. So he will be there watching those cartoons. I watch it on a couple of channels on YouTube, and all these experts that are handling the kids, all these parents that are complaining of speech delay on their kids. So all these doctors that is seeing the, or that is handling kids, so they will be telling them turn off and the screen, don't allow your kids to be watching. Is not helping them. Is causing a speech delay for the kids. Yes. But a child that will do well do, and a child that will not do well will not. We definitely do well when it is the time. Yes, we are only helping or doing the ones that we know we can as parents. So when my boy was watching that Peppa Pig and the Teletubbies, He'll be there, like he'll be there looking at that screen without contributing anything, until I came across the first channel that was different that he watched was um Miss Rachel. Though from beginning I don't like Cocomelon. I don't know why. Like that Cocomelon and my spirit, they are not going the same line. I don't like Cocomelon right from time, so I don't like putting Cocomelon for him right from time. So it was that Teletubbies. Every time Teletubbies, he will be there watching it, but he wasn't talking. As of 1 year going to 2 years, he wasn't talking. So, and when I came across Miss Rachel, now that was when he like, that was around, I think 2 years plus, but 2 years plus 5 months, 4 months or 5 months or so. So that's when I heard star one day, and I said, huh? So this boy can talk. And that was actually from watching Miss Rachel. That's where he saw the star. So that's when I changed channel for him, until I came across these two channels. Number one is JDA. She thought of how she had been homeschooling her kids from, she had 5 children, and she had been homeschooling them from day one. I said, huh? And they, like these kids, they are doing so well. If you see the like, they will mark up one room for kids school, like the class. You will see the chef, books, everything was there. All these learning materials was there for the kids. I said, huh? And also the next channel that I came across was this
Sorry.
Toddlers Can Read. Yeah, a guy I met on YouTube. Toddler can read. You see he said that 2 years old can read. I started watching their channels, and I saw it very easy for your child to start reading. So that's when I followed their path. I became intentional. I structured step by step how and things they should be learning accordingly. So that's how I structured it for my boy, and it have been helping. And the lesson have, no, even when I'm not doing the lesson all the time, but the little time that I give to him, I have seen the impact is going well. And if you can try it, you also try it, because every day of our life we are learning and unlearning. So if you see something good, you attract, you add it. If you see something bad, you remove. So that's when I remove. If the channel is not actually teaching anything, or if it's channel that is bigger than him, I don't put it for him. I'm following them gradually, after one lesson to another, after one lesson. That's how I'm following them, and that's how he has been learning. And now Ada is I said that I will not introduce screen time for her, so that she, because I heard that it's not good to introduce screen time for them so early. So because their brain are still at developmental stage that time, so you don't need to be jam packing all the jam packable. Sorry for this grammar. So you don't need to be feeding the brain with the whatever you whatever. So, and that's why I was so intentional until when she was, well, I won't say that she never, or that I totally turn off the screen. No, now, because when I put screen for his brother, I can't close her eyes now. Sometimes she'll be looking at it. But meanwhile, what I mean is I putting all this singing channel, or like saying that I'm putting her on, I'm teaching her. No, I didn't do that. So, but when she clocked 5, immediately when she finished 5, so she's going to a year and 6 months old, I said, okay, it's high time I supposed to start homeschooling her now. So that's when I started. That mistake which I said that putting other channel, putting like other cartoon for my boy to watch. I avoided that for my girl. I did that. And the second thing that would have ruined his understanding or understanding of the lesson properly is maybe the child haven't learned the actual thing that is supposed, like the first thing that's supposed to come first, and you are going to the next step, or you are jump packing, you are giving the child one thing today, tomorrow you are giving that child another thing. It will keep confusing that child. Yes, it will keep confusing her. If you are intentional, you want to start it like a lesson properly for that child, be intentional, arrange the kind of cartoon, the kind of channel, the kind of teachings that you are introducing to that child. So this the fun is that the brother was watching. If I'm teaching her A, she will say apple. If I taught her B, she will say ball. If I taught her C, she will say cat. You see that? And also she learning A, B, C, D, apple, ball, cat from this channel. When another channel plays and the boy was learn B as a baby. Now if you ask my baby, my girl now, she will say B is for, instead of B is for ball that she actually learned, she's now saying B is for baby. You get that? Sometimes you hear, but sometimes you hear. But the main gist that I carry come, that I'm trying to let you know, is that I want to teach her alphabet first before letter sound, then phonics. Do you understand now? So how do I teach her? How do I teach them? Even my boy, I'm also teaching him the same way that I'm teaching, that I want to start teaching my girl. Now how do I teach them? You start by, if you are busy, that time you are busy, no, you can't be doing the lesson with them. And you know, I don't do the lesson with them every day. It's some days that I will do the lesson. Some day, if I have work, or if I have clients, I won't do the lesson. Or if I'm stressed up, or if I'm too busy, I won't do the lesson. But I make sure that even when I miss all those times that I don't do the lesson, anytime that I'm free, I will try and do the lesson with them. I used to like make out time, like I will say when I'm done with the hard choice. You see that the hard choice might not finish in a day and you end up not doing a lesson for them. So I don't normally fix a particular time that I do the lesson with them, like saying is in the afternoon or is in the morning, after this, after that. If the time that I have chance is exactly that time we wake up from the bed. Sometimes we do the lesson on the bed. I brought the materials on the bed. We do our lesson on the bed. If it is the afternoon, even if I'm watching something, if they are watching, anytime that I know that I'm less busy, no matter the time of the day, I will try and do one or two with at least from 30 minutes, 1 hour. At times we do a seed 1 hour, like with my boy, not my girl. How I'm teaching her is, like I said, if I'm busy, I will search a channel for them. And you know, I'm advocate that I don't like using all this singing, those channels that is saying teaching with a song. No, I don't like it. But I will say that they can never watch it, or that they don't watch it at all. They do, yeah, but I need to limit it, so I don't put it much for them. So I search a particular channel that is teaching them one by one. Yeah, when I search it, it will pop up a couple of videos, a couple of people teaching both the songs and the ones that are not songs. Then I select the one that I want. I listen to it, I watch it, I see how it's going. I see that if the child is actually learning from it, yeah, I'll open it, I leave it, then I continue with what I'm doing. So anytime that I'm less busy now, I will now bring the alphabet for her to test if actually she's understanding, or if she's learning the alphabet, if she's learning anything from those videos she have watched. This is exactly the pattern that I use for my boy. Remember that I said so. So now I'm using the same pattern for my girl, and so she's doing well, and you can see the video is the evidence. Before we do it 1 week going to 2 weeks, I know she will master the alphabet, then we move to another thing. Because this time now that young, you will say that he's still young, he's still young. The child that we learn, it's true, the child that we learn. But what am I doing here? There's no job now that I wouldn't be helping them now that I can. At least even if that the child that we learn, at least they will move from it and learning another one. Yeah, so that is it. And I think this will come to the end of this video. I believe you have picked or learned 1 or 2 from this video. Let me know if you'll be trying out this method of teaching. If you prefer to be teaching your kids with those channels, singing a song for them, or if you'll be turning those channels off, or if you'll be teaching them with those teaching them one by one, if you'll be helping them to learn after they might have watched those channels, or in short, any way that you prefer to handle your kids for them to learn, let me know in the comment section, because you never know who can pick 1 or 2 from your experience. So guys, thanks for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.